Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. This is Rusty 78609 on his way to do his walking at Lowe's Hardware in Marble Falls. And on the way, I thought I'd do a little video about, even though the lighting's not going to be that good because it's a little early in the morning, that almost looks like a sunrise, but it's not. It's about 8 o'clock in the morning. But what I thought I'd talk about today, I've been thinking about it for quite a while, and it's the future of RVing. In other words, what is going to change or improve in the next few years. It is misting rain. I'll put my wipers on mist and see if that helps. But yeah, there are already changes in the marketplace. One of the changes that I have seen, having just come from an RV show in Round Rock, Texas at the Dell Diamond here a couple of weeks ago, the change I saw, for example, where the large RVs were, where the big motorhomes are, the Class C's, Class B's, etc., the larger and higher priced units, there were very few people, and they do appeal to a very narrow market because you have to be sort of an upper middle incomer to be able to afford those little toys. And then the real action was in the smaller RVs that were there by Princess Craft. I mean, they had the R-Pod, they had the tags and tabs and the teardrop shaped, and then of course they had the A-liners and stuff, the smaller RVs. A lot of interest in those. Now, as far as living in those, some people are and will. As far as traveling in those, a lot of people will and are. So for the future in RVing, as far as the size of the RVs, I think they're going to get a little smaller, more aerodynamic. And then the next thing that you will see is more solar. Right now, most of the RVs are solar ready. They'll have a plug, a Zamp, or the other one, the Furion, or whatever they call it. They're ready for your solar setup, whatever it happens to be. And that's a change. Years ago, they didn't have them ready for solar. You had to do it all yourself. Also, in that same arena, the cost of solar panels is dropping dramatically, as most of you already know. And now they've got the flexible panels. There's some question as to how reliable those are, but they still have them. They're very lightweight, and some people say they're great, others say they're not so great. But again, they will improve. And as solar technology improves, it will make it more enticing for RVers to use that as their source of power, and more people will go boondocking without generators and enjoy the outdoors a lot more. The next thing that's improving exponentially, in addition to solar panels, is batteries. Due to the advent of the Tesla automobile and a lot of other things, battery technology is improving exponentially. They're getting cheaper, lighter, more storage, easier to charge, quicker to charge, and everything you can think of that will benefit you out RVing. The newest thing for RVs, of course, is you can now use lithium batteries instead of AGM batteries or lead acid batteries. They are the most expensive of the three options. There's no doubt about that. However, they last longer. They're lighter. So you can drain them all the way down to zero. So you got a lot of power there. Again, so that's another change that's coming for RVs. When that happens, as it's happening, more and more people are going to go camping on public lands, boondocking, public lands, including Bureau of Land Management and national forests, because that's free camping now. How long will that remain? I don't know. I think that it's going to hold on for a long time until it gets to the point that there's so many people basically living in these free camping areas, that trash and other considerations, sanitation, etc., become issues. And when they do, or as they do, then BLM, National Forests, and other free camping areas will start charging a fee, and it'll go. And then once they start the fee at a low level, then every year it'll go up, and that'll be the way that goes. These are just my thoughts. Does that mean those are facts? No, it's just my thoughts. But the more people you get, even at Quartzsite, I've been there a couple of times. There's thousands of people that come there and camp on the BLM land for free. 95% or more of them are clean, well-mannered. They when they leave the campsite, you can't even tell there was anybody there, but there's always a few. Okay, you know what I mean. And they leave their beer cans and all their crap and just pull off, but there's always a few, and that's what spoils it for everybody. What else? As far as the prices of the RVs, man, I'm telling you, they're going to charge whatever they can get away with, because these are for-profit endeavors. You've got Forest River, which is a publicly traded company, and so they got to go for the profit. And as far as the quality of their product, it's probably going to remain about the same. They may have to be a little more competitive if there are more mom and pop manufacturers to come on stream to compete with them. That will help. You've got a few out there like Scamp, Casita, and a few others that are family owned. I think Winnebago is even family owned. But so that may help with the quality of the RVs. And then the last area I'll touch on, just for the fun of it, Tesla has an all-electric car that will tow an RV. It really will. I think the towing capacity on the Model S is around 10,000 pounds. I could be off on that. I'm just a guess, but yeah, and they have a pickup that they're fixing to announce in a couple of years, and you're not going to believe this, but the towing capacity on the pickup is going to be 300,000 pounds. I know that is astronomical, and it may have been a misprint. Maybe they meant 30,000, but it did show 300,000. But the torque on the all-electric pickup is awesome, so I know that it will be able to tow a lot more than a gasoline or diesel-powered vehicle. The next logical step from towing your travel trailer or fifth wheel with an all-electric truck is for all-electric motorhomes, Class A's, B's, and C's, particularly B's, because those are basically vans, and at some point those will be all-electric vehicles. How long will that be? 10 years, I would expect you'd start to see these things in that range. But so those are the changes I see. Is everything is moving quickly. These improvements in solar is amazing. I mean, my 120 watt panel, my suitcase panel from Zamp, it provides all the energy I need now. But if I really was an individual that wanted to run a microwave and a hairdryer and all the different stuff, just like a person does in a sticks and bricks home, we're not that far away from being able to do that. All you got to have is enough storage capacity in your batteries to handle that startup load. Then you'll be able to not only run those items, but run an air conditioner also, and then churches out. Because once you can run an air conditioner, people will be able to go anywhere, anytime, and they'll do it. I guarantee you. What keeps people from doing a lot of boondocking in Arizona and New Mexico in the summers is one thing: the heat. And if they could go to quartzsite when it's 105 degrees and sit in air-conditioned comfort in the summer, they'd probably do it. Anyway, that's about all I can think of on the changes that I see coming, or the future of RVing. And so now we'll just cruise along, and I'll just add flavors I think of it, because I don't have anything else to do. But yeah, the prices of the RVs I don't think are going to, as relative to individual incomes, is going to change much. It could, but I doubt it. You know, if the prices of their components come down, will they pass that along to the consumer? Very small part, whatever it takes to be competitive, that's what they'll pass along. That's it, nothing more, not a penny more. But yeah, it's a good future for the world in a lot of ways. I love the move toward, a lot of people don't like or may resist the move toward all electric automobiles. I am in favor of it totally. Why? Well, for the convenience. Number one, you don't have, you know, fan belts or timing belts or gears, a lot of gears in your engine that you got to change the oil filter, and a lot of sensors and stuff that are always driving you nuts. No, the Tesla has its issues, I'll admit that, and every automobile or everything made by man will, but they're a whole lot fewer, and that car and those batteries in those cars will last a lot longer than you will. You know, they've got one they're fixing to announce, a battery that will last 1,000,000 miles. That's a lot. Right now they're at 300,000 and up, which is amazing, and that technology is improving as we speak. They just bought a battery company. I won't get into all that, but the bottom line is things are changing, and they're changing fairly quickly. You know, Tesla, you know, they started out, they just built one fancy sports car. Elon Musk wasn't even involved in it. You know, he came along later and expanded the product lineup and built the Gigafactory and some other stuff and put them on the map. You know, they went from 0 market share to right now they've got about 2.5 to 3% market share of the total auto industry. In the electric car market, they are totally dominant with about 80% of the electric car market. So, you know, they're coming on, man. You know, if I was an investor, I tell you, I missed a deal. I thought about buying the Tesla stock when it dipped here a few weeks ago down to 180, and I thought about going all in on about as many shares as I could buy, and it would have been a winner, because today it's 253. Yeah, you pick up $60 a share on a few shares, you're doing pretty good. Do I think it's a good investment? Doesn't matter what I think, matters what you think. But yeah, it's a risky little deal, because the oil companies are shorting it to death to keep the stock down, and you know, because every moment they can delay the adaptation of electric cars, etc., that's just another day they get to sell 1 billion gallons of oil at a premium. And so it's a war right now between the electric vehicle companies and big oil, and big oil's got a lot of influence, folks, political influence for sure. So it's going to be interesting, but I think that the graph is so exponential for the EVs now that they can't stop the momentum. I think it's over the tipping point, so to speak. This bus up here, this school bus, has to stop at these railroad tracks, which are never used. There's a sand and gravel company off here to the left that crosses this road once a day, and they crawl across. But every bus and every truck, every bus has to stop, or any vehicle that's hauling passengers, and also trucks that are hauling highly explosive materials have to stop. But be that as it may, what's that got to do with batteries and RVing? Nothing. But here we go, guys. It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood. Temperature right now 75, which is nice for this area of Texas. Got a little cool front coming in tonight, be the 2 or 3 days, and then it goes up and then back down, and it'll do that for another couple of weeks, and then it'll level off in the 70s and 50s for a while. But having said that, guys, it is exciting. I mean, think of all the great things to come, man. If I'm still here at the age of 80 and I've got my health, I think for my 80th birthday, I'll buy me an all-electric self-driving vehicle. Do I think they'll be here and usable? In large cities, they will, and on interstates. In rural areas, I'm not sure, because I'm not sure how the mapping will progress. But the learning algorithms communicating with each other from the EV electrical vehicle market or self-driving vehicle market is also growing exponentially. In other words, everything that one vehicle learns is passed along to every other vehicle that is a self-driving vehicle. So it's like all of a sudden you're gaining all of the knowledge of every driver on the highway or every driver that has a self-driving vehicle. And that is freaking awesome, and it's just a matter of time, guys. I know a lot of people, it'll be 30 years, 40 years. Okay. Okie dokie. Well, we already have them, they already have self-driving trucks. They already have self-driving cars. They're already using self-driving taxis, so it's not like it's tomorrow. It's here, guys. Tomorrow is now. And battery technology and storage technology are, for electrical energy, clean energy from solar, wind, etc. It's just right on the cusp. They've got batteries now they're using batteries in Australia that whenever that store the wind energy and solar energy, and then they come on stream at night and fill in the gap. There's actually, I think Germany's pretty close to 100% clean energy. I think the Netherlands are that way, a lot of these countries. So it's changing, man. It's happening now. Over here on the right, you probably won't be able to see it, but this is Pedernales Electric, a little electric co-op, and they have solar panels. It's just for show. It's just for show. Are they really for solar? Not really. I don't think they care. They'll buy energy from anybody. Okay? They'll buy it and resell it. Because that's all they are, is a wholesaler, or they're a retailer, actually. Anyway, I'll get up here and end the video, guys. When we come over this hill, I'll end the video. But yeah, think about it, guys, the future of RVing and how it affects you and your decisions, but just be ready for change. That's all I can tell you. And if I was buying a battery today for my solar, I would spend the extra money and get lithium batteries. I would. First of all, I'd have to do a little more research, but right now, the surface knowledge that I have acquired by reading a little about it, it appears to me it's a slam dunk. It is expensive, but they last forever nearly. It's not like you got to replace them every 6 years. Longer life, lighter weight, better storage, easier to charge, etc., etc. I was going to go to Lowe's, but they're slammed. What's the deal? Maybe they're having a sale. But anyway, guys, let me end the video now. Thumbs up. Carpe diem, adios, bye-bye. Buy anything you want, anytime. But if you think about it, use the link to Amazon products in the description of all of my videos. Why? Because I get a small commission. Doesn't cost you 1 penny. What else? Drink plenty of water. 3 or 4 quarts a day won't hurt you. And for those of you that are interested, regular unleaded is 223.9 per gallon. 224. Anyway, take deep breaths, breathe in deeply, breathe out slowly. Why? Because that relieves stress, and relieving stress does what? Lowers your blood pressure. Is that good for you? Yes, absolutely, without a doubt. And then what else? Stretch, walk, exercise your body, do all that stuff you need to do, and stand guard at the door of your mind. Don't let negative Ned or negative Nancy get inside of your head. Drink plenty of water. I've never said that. What else? Anyway, accentuate the positive, eliminate the negative, and enjoy your life one day at a time, guys. Anyway, adios amigos. Carry on. Enjoy your life. Bye-bye.